DBS Chapter 92 has arrived, and at first I wasn't going to cover it, but seeing as part 4 for What If the Senzu Beans Went Extinct is taking longer than I expected, I decided to drop this so that you guys could at least have a video this week. But with that being said, I'm only planning on pointing out the differences the manga shows us compared to the movie, and there are some little details that it adds that I think are worth talking about. Now for those wondering how much this chapter adapted, well, it was a whopping 11 minutes. That is, if they include Goku and Vegeta's fight from the movie in the next chapter. But if they don't include it in the next chapter and they skip over it entirely, then this chapter covers a grand total of 20 minutes, now putting us at the 40-minute mark in the movie. So yeah, let's hop right into the chapter. Opening up, the first 3 pages covers the introduction of Gamma 2 to Piccolo, and the only thing that changed here is that in the movie Piccolo mentions Dr. Gero and the previous androids he created. In the manga, however, they just get straight into the fight. Moving on, the next 14 pages goes over their fight, and for the most part it stays the same with some changes here and there. For example, this page right here where Piccolo uses his cape in order to get an advantage over the android. Now while I was making this review, I was watching the movie over again in order to see all the differences, and I must say I actually do enjoy the manga's fight a little bit more due to the creativity of Piccolo. The big differences here in this fight primarily shows up on manga pages 10 to 14. This is where we see an extended version of the fight that shows Piccolo using his arms to combat Gamma 2, and for what it was, I really enjoyed it. Him using the smoke as cover as he regrew his lost limb, and then using the ability to stretch his arm to catch Gamma 2 off guard was a pretty nice addition. From this point on, the fight follows the movie with Gamma 2 launching an attack at Piccolo that makes him think that he defeated him. Moving on, the next 7 pages sees Piccolo infiltrating the Red Ribbon Army base, and for the most part he does everything he does in the movie. Following Gamma 2, check. Beating up the guy for his less than stellar drip, check. Making it into the meeting room, check and check. Now the only differences we see within these 7 pages is on manga page 23, where Piccolo gets called out for not being at his post or where Soldier 94 was supposed to be, and we get to see Piccolo finesse his way out of getting caught. But besides that, there isn't much to see here. Moving along, the next 7 pages covers the meeting that took place at the Red Ribbon Army, and there's literally nothing here that's different. Matter of fact, the manga took out one part that I always thought was interesting, in that in the movie Dr. Hito alludes to making more Gammas. There's even pods shown to us, telling us that there could have been a Gamma 3 and 4 possibly down the line. Now the next 8 pages is where we see a decent amount of changes and rearranging of the movie's content. Manga pages 32, 33, and 34 follows the movie's content in order, but after this we see a noticeable rearrangement. So for starters, in the manga we don't see the fight between Goku and Vegeta take place like it did. I don't know if they plan on saving it for later, or if they just removed it, because after Piccolo leaves the base, rather than cutting to Beerus' planet and showing us what's going on there, they just jump straight to Piccolo getting the Senzu Beans, and this is where he confirms that Gammas 1 and 2 are relative to Goku and Vegeta. Now if he's talking about current Goku and Vegeta, we still don't know. Honestly wish the manga could have covered that, but I guess we'll have to wait. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some comments by Goku and Vegeta about these events once the arc is said and done, so I guess we'll have to wait till then. Now the only change that occurs while Piccolo is visiting the Bean Daddy himself is the call that takes place between him and Bulma. In the movie, Bulma had already tried to get in contact with Whis, and because of an ice cream bucket, she's out of luck. However, in the manga, when she calls, she's still looking for the device, and once she finds it, we get to see what the movie never provided us with, and that was a short sparring session between Goku and Broly. Yes, the last 6 pages covers their training, and it shows us how Broly is still prone to his anger throughout the fight, making this scene right here where Goku mentions that Broly has to get a hang of his anger make more sense, seeing as we can actually see that he's still struggling with it. But with that, this marks the end of the chapter. Now I know this scene right here might imply that we might see more of this fight, and that could possibly be the case, but I think it's going to get interrupted by Beerus just like in the movie. However, I'm glad that they're still adding a little more detail to the manga, and I hope that they continue it, and hopefully we get to see something like Super Saiyan Broly versus God Goku. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section down below. But with that, thank you to everyone that watched this video. I hope you have a great day. Peace, peace, deuce, deuce.